I'm on? Did you say I was on? Am I on? He does this to me. I was trying to put on my lip gloss. Sherman got me this lip gloss at the dollar store. It's like $1. Shut up. This one's called Red Alert, but I really like to have some clear, like pinkish, clear lip gloss.
Red Alert?
Yeah, that's what it's called, Red Alert.
Red Alert.
You know, in case I get it on my teeth or on my, around my mouth.
Red Alert!
Looking like a fool. I won't look like a fool because it won't be colorful. It'll just be clear lip gloss. I gotta find me some of that. He got me one. It was clear, like, but it was cotton candy. And it was, oh my gosh. Look out the window. You should have been videotaping now. Sherm just got done videotaping a video for you guys of it snowing here and the birds and stuff. And now it is literally pouring the snow. Pouring. I wish he could zoom in and show you guys how beautiful it is right now. But he's on the laptop right now. Oh, it is so beautiful, guys. And sis, if you're watching this, Bridget, sis, I didn't mean that. It's ugly. Me and Bridget, she always wants snow, and I always tell her I don't like the snow. And we're always aggravating each other back and forth about the snow. In case you was wondering what that was about. But I have to say, sis, it is pretty, but I don't want to go out in it. And I don't like people having to drive in it because it's scary. There was another bad wreck with the semi today. A semi had rolled over. Sherm ain't even listening to me.
I'm listening.
Anyway, Sherm had to go to the heart doctor today. They did an EKG. Said it looked good. And said his heart's hurting probably because of anxiety. I don't know. But he's, Sherm asked him about another catheterization because it's been over a year, almost 2 years since he's had one. They said no, not unless it's absolutely necessary. So apparently the heart doctor did not think it was necessary, so I guess that's a good thing. So I just wish, you know, we had more answers about why he's having the chest pains, because I don't think it's from anxiety like he says, because Sherm will have the chest pains when he's just sitting there on the computer or sitting there watching TV, all calm and relaxed, and his chest will be hurting. So I don't agree with the anxiety thing at all. Because I know when he's all worked up in an anxiety attack here, and a lot of times when his chest is hurting, that's not the case. So I don't know what's going on, but apparently he thinks it's not his heart right now, so I don't know. But anyways, hi Sandy, hi Rosie. Sandy? I forgot, you said it was just between us. I'm sorry, so I'm not going to say much. All I'm going to say is another one. I got another one today, and thank you so much. I was not expecting it since I got one yesterday, and it was like 20 million times bigger and jam-packed full. And it was like, OMG. I've never seen this stuff before. And that one, I wanted one of those so bad at the beginning of the month and could not afford one.
Now look at it. It's like somebody turned it off.
Sure was like, look, now it looks like somebody just turned it off. Look out the window now. Snow is completely stopped. Nothing. Completely gone. Ohio. But wow, I had never seen nothing like that, and I thought, wow, I feel rich. I seriously feel rich, I swear I do. We thank you so, so much. I thought Sherm was going to have a heart attack before he left for the heart doctor. I was about ready to go with him. I was like, oh my God, she better quit doing that. Hey, get back on there. Chop, 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 chop. Hey. stupid computer. I wish I knew how to set it. I know there's a way you can set it, guys. Where, you know, that stupid screensaver or whatever won't come on. Like, if I don't, like, do something with the stupid thing, the screensaver will come on in, like, a few seconds. And I'd like to set it for, like, minutes, like 10 minutes. So it don't go off every 2 seconds. Alright, I'm going to be quiet now because this is probably already went up to 20 minutes. I apologize. I'm just like so super excited today. Had such a wonderful day. I got such a wonderful surprise today from a sister that should not be doing anything else. Stop it. Please, stop. It's so much appreciated, but please, please, please. It's way, way, way too much.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Yes, stop.
Don't.
Please.
Don't, please. Don't.
Please. Don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
And I got my... I was like overly excited when I seen a bag of chocolate. And I'm like...
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
I about died. I've been eating it all day. You know, a way to a fat girl's heart, because I'm addicted to chocolate. And I love it. I'm always wanting something chocolatey. And I usually never have it. No, I do it. I'm so excited. I just wished you could have seen this snow a minute ago and see it now. I mean, it was pouring. It looked like a snow globe. And now it's nothing. It's just clear.
Somebody turned it off.
So stupid. Anyway, let's get started with the Bible reading, guys. Prayer updates and stuff, of course, at the end of the video, because I got in trouble. Somebody didn't like me, didn't like hearing the prayer requests at the beginning. But some people don't like me talking through the video either. They want me to just do the reading, period, and be quiet. That's it. So, I guess they probably won't like this video, so apologize about that in advance. I'm just really excited today. Got good news. Big surprise today, and then got good news about Sherm. And it's been a not so bad day, you know? Don't have them often, so just excited, that's all. Okay, guys. We are beginning with Matthew chapter 26, reading verses 47 through 68. And we're going to go into a sad time now. We're going to first see Jesus arrested, and then part of what's starting to happen to Jesus. And you'll see a lot more tomorrow. But today is the start of it. You know how yesterday Jesus was praying and praying and praying at the Garden of Gethsemane? And, you know, was asking his Father, you know, our Father in heaven, if it is your will, please, if it is your will to take this from me, please take it from me. Jesus' heart was really heavy, knowing what was going to happen to him. But he's like, not my will, but your will be done. And it was the will, so and Jesus did it. And here's what happens. Jesus arrested. While he was still speaking, Judas, one of the 12, arrived. With him was a large crowd, armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests and the elders of the people. Like they had to have that stuff. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. The one I kiss is the man. Arrest him. That's Judas telling them that. Judas, going at once to Jesus, Judas said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. Jesus replied to Judas, "Do what you came for, friend." And in the King James Version it says, I'm used to it, but I read this because people prefer it. But I'm used to reading the King James, and it says, "You betray the Son of Man with a kiss." But in the New International Version here, it's, "Do what you came for, friend." So it's the same meaning, just worded differently. Anyway, sorry. Then the men stepped forward, seized Jesus, and arrested him. Ooh. It makes me so mad. Because he's our brother, and it's just like he is like our blood, flesh and brother. Been there all of your life, just by your side. And you see somebody arresting him and doing bad stuff to him, and you just get so angry you want to attack them and save him. With that, one of Jesus' companions reached for his sword, and I think it was Peter, I believe, drew it out and struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. "Put the sword back in its place," Jesus said to him. "For all who draw the sword will die by the sword. Do you think I cannot call on my Father, and he will at once put my disposal before the 12 legions of angels?" Jesus said, "If I want to right now, all I have to do is call on my Father, and he will send the angels to get me. I can be protected at any moment, but this is what I choose to do." And he doesn't understand this is what he is choosing to do for all of us. They just don't understand that yet. They're just trying to protect their, brother, their rabbi. "But how then would the scriptures be fulfilled," Jesus said, "that say it must happen in this way?" If he was to call on the angels. In that hour, Jesus said to the crowd, "Am I leading a rebellion that you have to come out with swords and clubs to capture me?" That's what I said. He would have easily went with them. I mean, this is ridiculous. "Every day I sat in the temple courts teaching, and you did not arrest me. But this has all taken place, that the writings of the prophets might be fulfilled." Then all the disciples deserted him and fled. You know how they said they would die with him? Especially Peter, remember. "Even if it takes my life, I am going to stand with you, even if I have to get killed with you." Okay? They all deserted him and fled. Now, Jesus before the Sanhedrin. Those who had arrested Jesus took him to Cephas, the high priest, where the teachers of the law and the elders had assembled. But Peter followed him at a distance. He was, sneaking around, keeping an eye on Jesus. Right up to the courtyard of the high priest. He entered and sat down with the guards to see the outcome of what was going to happen. And remember what Jesus said about Peter. He would deny him 3 times before the rooster crowed. And Peter said that would not happen. The chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin were looking for false evidence against Jesus so that they could put him to death, but they did not find any. Though many false witnesses came forward, people lying, of course. Finally, 2 came forward and declared, "This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and rebuild it in 3 days." Which Jesus did say that, and it was true. Then the high priest stood up and said to Jesus, "Are you not going to answer? What is this testimony that these men are bringing against you?" But Jesus remained silent. The high priest said to him, "I charge you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Messiah, the Son of God." "You have said so," Jesus replied. "But I say to all of you, from now on you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothes and said, "He has spoken blasphemy. Why do we need any more witnesses? Look now, you have heard the blasphemy. What do you think?" "He is worthy of death," they answered. Then they spit in Jesus' face and struck him with their fists. Others slapped him and said, "Prophesy to us, Messiah. Who hit you?" Beating him over and over, all different people. "Prophesy to us, Jesus. Which one of us is hitting you?" And that's where we stop today with Matthew. And the farther we get in this, the worse and angrier it's going to get, because I hate coming to these parts, because it is just so horrible and heartbreaking, and makes you so angry and heartbroken at the same time about what Jesus went through for us. And a lot of people in this world don't even care. They deny him or make fun of him. And it just ticks me off so bad. He don't have to put up with us, but he does. Because he loves us. Even the people who deny him and treat him like garbage. He loves them too. Just as much as he loves us. That's how good Jesus is. That's how good we are supposed to be to one another. But we're not. That's why this world is the way it is today. Some of us are, of course, but I mean not all of us. I'm sorry, it just makes my heart race, pound like a... It just gets me worked up, just like if somebody was doing this stuff to Sherm right in front of me. That's how I feel when I read this stuff about what they're doing to Jesus. Like I just want to get up and be there and try to save him, you know. But would I have done what Peter did? Would I have said I would not do that to Jesus? But then get scared and then hide and flee from him and hide and watch and see what was happening to him and be afraid to get exposed because I would get beaten and killed as well? Would I be afraid of that? I always wonder that. And I would like to say that that would not happen that way, that I would be stronger than that my faith in Jesus would be stronger. But Peter loved Jesus, regardless. I mean, there's no doubt. And Jesus loved Peter. I'm not saying nothing about Peter. I'm just saying one of these days it might come to the point where we have to, decide. Things are going to come to a very hard time towards the ends of this world. The closer and closer it gets to the end, and a lot of Christians are going to be killed, and they're not going to want nothing to do with Christianity. And will you stay with your faith? Will you stay with your Lord? Or will you turn against him to be saved so you won't be killed? So we're probably, the ones of us who are here at that time, are going to have to go through that decision and see if we are able to be strong enough to go through that and make the right decision. And it just depends on, when all that's going to take place. None of us might not even be here for it, but regardless, some of our loved ones are. No matter how far down the line, they're still going to be our loved ones having to go through it. And we want to keep teaching them, so they'll keep teaching and teaching and teaching down the way to make each generation stronger in Christ. So they will be strong with their faith. If we don't tell nobody about Jesus, then they're just going to be lost. They'll be saved here on this earth, of course. But that's just being saved with the devil. They'll be going to eternity in hell with the devil. Everlasting torment. But you don't want that for your family. You know you don't. None of us do. Alright, I'll be quiet now and read Psalm 32 today. We finished up with Psalm 31 yesterday. And this one is a maskil of David. Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the one whose sin the Lord does not count against them, and whose spirit is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away through the groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy on me. My strength was sapped as in the heat of summer. Then I acknowledged my sin to you and did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the guilt of my sin. Therefore, let all the faithful pray to you while you may be found. Surely the rising of the mighty waters will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You will protect them from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. Do not be like the horse or the mule, which have no understanding, but must be controlled by bit and bridle, or they will not come to you. Many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the one who trusts him. Rejoice in the Lord and be glad, you righteous. Sing, all you who are upright in heart. And that was Psalm 32, a maskil of David. And ending today's Bible reading, which is probably pretty long, and I sincerely apologize. I usually get really compassionate when it's the end here of the readings. And I'm sorry about that. Proverbs chapter 8 still, reading verses 27 through verse 32 today. I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above and fixed securely the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its boundary, so the waters would not overstep his command, and when he marked out the foundations of the earth, then I was constantly at his side. I was filled with delight day after day, rejoicing always in his presence, rejoicing in his whole world, and delighting in mankind. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Now then, my children, listen to me. Blessed are those who keep my ways. Alright guys, that was today's Bible reading. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. Prayer requests. Please keep Sherman in your prayers, because he's still in pain, of course, with his kidneys and whatever's going on with his heart. Please keep April and Linda Thacker in your prayers for health reasons. Please keep our friend and sister in Christ, Sandy, in your prayers for strength and comfort. And please keep Christopher Sturback in your prayers. He's still in the hospital, but I guess today he put on a status that they moved him to the rehab part of the hospital now, and he was able to take a shower with help yesterday. and they're really going to start working him hard now, trying, with therapy and stuff. But he was mad because he had got all these game systems and stuff brought to the hospital there and got moved to the room, and there wasn't nowhere to plug them in. So he was aggravated. So I think he's feeling better. So anyways, that was the prayer request for today. Sure. And again, I'm sorry for how long the video is today. I haven't looked. I can't see it, but I know it's probably really long. I'm guessing over 20 minutes. Sherma's coming, so I will find out. What is it?
25.
25 minutes, I'm sorry. Okay, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Bible reading. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, I'll see you guys all again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye, guys. God bless.